Welcome back, K-drama fans. Ready for another deep dive? Today we're taking a closer look at When the Phone Rings.
Oh yeah, this one's really been grabbing everyone's attention. All those twists and turns. It's got people talking. Lots to unpack there.
Definitely. Especially with all those reviews and analyses popping up, World Wonders drama on YouTube. Their take on this one was fascinating.
Oh, they always do a great job of breaking things down. And with When the Phone Rings, it seems like everyone's hooked from the very first episode.
Yeah, the ratings are through the roof, mostly 4.5 stars.
Mm-hmm.
People are calling it captivating, addictive. They can't get enough.
Well, it does grab you right from the start, that first episode. A little confusing, gotta admit, but in a good way. You just have to know what happens next.
Exactly. And that seems to be a common thread in the reviews. People are saying things like roller coaster of emotions for like episode 10.
Which honestly sums up the whole show pretty well, I think.
Right. So let's dive into this mystery. What exactly is When the Phone Rings all about?
Well, at the center of it all is Baek Sa-eon.
He's that powerful political figure, right?
Exactly. And he's the target of this, well, not your typical kidnapping. It's all orchestrated through his wife, Hee-ju.
But she's not exactly a damsel in distress, is she?
Not at all. Turns out she's the mysterious Caller 406.
Caller 406. Wait, so she's the one behind the kidnapping?
In a way, yeah, she's using it to get a divorce from Sion.
Okay, hold on. Why would she want to leave this powerful, successful guy? There has to be more to it.
Oh, there definitely is. Their marriage is full of secrets. For starters, she was never supposed to be his wife in the first place. She was a stand-in bride for her sister, Aina, who, well, ran away on their wedding day.
A stand-in bride. Wow, that's a whole other layer of drama.
Right. And Sion only agreed to the marriage to protect Hee-ju. Seems like their families had arranged this not-so-great marriage for her. He stepped in to save her.
So the relationship is complicated from the get-go. But then you add the kidnapping on top of it, and it gets even more confusing. Who is this kidnapper? World Wonders drama even pointed out that we don't know for a while.
Exactly. There are all these suspects popping up. Some people even think the real Sa-eon might still be alive and involved somehow.
Whoa, okay, now that is a twist. So we've got a stand-in bride, a mysterious kidnapper, and a possibly not dead husband. This is getting good. But let's talk characters. What about Sa-eon himself? He's powerful, but the reviews say there's more to him.
Oh, definitely. Complex character, for sure. At first, he seems cold toward Hee-ju, like he's afraid to be vulnerable.
The classic stoic hero with a hidden heart, huh?
Right. But as the show goes on, we see him soften up. There's that scene where he protects her from that speeding motorbike.
Okay, yeah, I like a protective hero. Anything else?
He supports her during a tough interview, shows he believes in her, and probably the biggest thing, he reveals their marriage to the police, risking everything to keep her safe.
Ooh, those are definitely signs of true feelings. But you mentioned a hidden past. What's the deal with that?
That's a big mystery. The reviews hint that his real identity is a secret, like there's something from his past he's trying to hide.
Intriguing. Okay, let's move on to Hee-ju. Stand-in bride, trapped in this marriage. What else makes her tick?
Well, she's strong, but also vulnerable. She has this past trauma, which explains why she doesn't speak much. World Wonders drama pointed out how that silence represents her lack of power in her family and marriage.
So it's more than just the kidnapping. She's battling her own demons, too.
Exactly. At first, she's seen as a pawn in her family's games. But then things change. She becomes this courageous woman, finding her voice, fighting for what she wants.
Now, that's empowering. How does she handle the kidnapping while dealing with all that?
She's resourceful, smart. We see her secretly talking to Sa-eon as Caller 406, using the situation to her advantage. And remember that scene where she saves him from the truck? Shows some serious bravery there.
Wow, she's a force to be reckoned with. So we've got our powerful hero and our resilient heroine, classic K-drama setup. But what about the other characters? Anyone else stand out?
There are a few who add to the mix. Sang-woo, for instance. He's Hee-ju's childhood friend, and he's back in her life. And, well, it's pretty clear he still has feelings for her.
Ooh, a love triangle. Always spices things up. What's Sang-woo like?
Interestingly, he's a psychiatrist specializing in true crime, so he's got this sharp mind, can read people well. Makes him pretty fascinating.
Yeah, I can see the fan theories already. Friend, foe, or something in between. Then there's Jae, right? Sion's loyal assistant.
Mm-hmm. Seems dedicated, always there to help.
But loyal assistants can be tricky. Often more to them than meets the eye.
Oh, you're telling me.
Yeah.
And episode 9 drops a bomb. Jae's is the missing twin brother of the real Sa-eon.
Pull up a twin swap. This show just keeps getting better. With all these secrets, no wonder viewers are hooked. But beyond the twists, what themes stood out to you?
Definitely the whole idea of family secrets, world wonders drama, really focused on that. It's like this tangled web affecting everyone. The past actions of the older generation have these huge consequences.
Like ticking time bombs just waiting to explode and ruin lives? Yeah.
Yeah, and it makes characters like Hee-ju feel trapped, silenced. They're carrying the weight of these secrets, you know?
It makes you think about how those hidden truths can shape a person, hold them back.
Exactly. And it's fascinating to watch Hee-ju break free from that, finding her voice, literally and metaphorically, confronting her past, fighting for her happiness.
Such a powerful message. It's not just uncovering the secrets, it's about healing from them, moving forward.
Right. And When the Phone Rings also explores this theme of redemption. It's never too late to break free from the past, seek forgiveness, both for yourself and from others.
We see that with Sa-eon, right?
Yeah.
Haunted by his secrets, trying to redeem himself.
Exactly. And Hee-ju as well, learning to forgive those who hurt her, even herself. They're both on these parallel journeys, discovering themselves, seeking redemption. It's really well done.
When the Phone Rings really does seem to deliver that mix of drama, mystery, and emotional depth, doesn't it?
Absolutely. And those cliffhangers, don't even get me started on those.
Oh yeah, episode 11 was a game changer. Confrontation with the real Sa-eon, the gunshot.
Yeah.
Pure chaos.
Masterfully done. So many questions left unanswered. And the reviews say the final episodes are even more intense.
I'm already bracing myself. But that's what makes it so good, right? Keeps you guessing.
Absolutely. The writers really know how to craft a gripping, unpredictable story.
I'm definitely checking out World Wonders Drama's full review later. Their insights always add another level to things.
They really do. They get those nuances that you might miss on a first watch. Great resource for any K-drama fan.
So, as we head into the final episodes, what burning questions are we left with?
Well, the biggest one. Is Hee-ju even alive? That scene where she imagines a life with Sa-eon, was it a dream or a premonition?
Right. And who fired that gun? Sa-eon, the kidnapper, someone else entirely.
So many possibilities.
Yeah.
And then there's that international call at the very end. Hee-ju thinks it's Sa-eon, but who is it really?
Ugh, the suspense. Could it be him? Did he somehow survive? Or is it someone else with their own agenda?
That final call is the ultimate cliffhanger. The writers are definitely playing with us here.
When the Phone Rings is a masterclass in keeping us on the edge of our seats. It's captivating, surprising, and it leaves you wanting more.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Well, we've covered a lot of ground today, but there's so much more to unpack. In part 2, we'll break down some of the most memorable scenes from When the Phone Rings.
Oh, yeah, those little details that add so much depth and meaning. There are some really great ones in this show.
Stay tuned, and we'll be right back after a short break.
Can't wait.
Welcome back to our deep dive into When the Phone Rings. We've talked about the plot, the characters, those big themes. Now let's get into some of the specific scenes that really make this show memorable.
Yeah, those little moments, they really make a story stick with you.
Exactly. And When the Phone Rings has a ton of them. Like right from the first episode. Remember that party Hee-ju goes to with Sa-eon? She's supposed to be the perfect wife, but you can tell something's off.
Oh, absolutely. That scene is all about duality. She's playing the part, but underneath, she's desperate to break free.
It's subtle, but powerful. She keeps her cool, but then when Sa-eon calls her his weakness in front of everyone, she flips him off behind his back.
That finger, such a small gesture, but it says so much.
Right. And World Wonders Drama even talked about the symbolism of it. It's like a foreshadowing of Hee-ju's journey. She starts out powerless, but she becomes this woman who fights for herself.
One little detail, and it adds so much depth. Brilliant writing.
Okay, another scene that stuck with me was in episode 10. Hee-ju's been kidnapped. She's unconscious in the car. And she has this dream, this vision of a happy life with Sa-eon. They're cooking, laughing.
Yeah.
It's almost painful to watch.
Oh, that scene gets me every time. It shows you what Hee-ju truly wants. A real, loving relationship with Sa-eon. No secrets, no burdens, just pure happiness.
Like a glimpse of what could be if things were different.
And it makes their situation even more tragic. Because you know it's just a dream.
Right. The writers are like, look how happy they could be, but then they rip it away from you.
Keeps you hooked, wondering if they'll ever get that happy ending.
And the timing of that dream. Hee-ju's life is literally on the line. It's like she finally realizes how much Sa-eon means to her, but it might be too late.
That urgency, that fear of loss, it just adds to the tension.
Okay, one more scene I have to talk about. The confrontation with the real Sa-eon in episode 11. Sa-eon gets out of the car to protect Hee-ju, and he looks defeated, like he's accepted his fate. And then, bang, A gunshot.
Pure. Cliffhanger. Genius. The way they build up to that moment, the music, everything. And then silence. You're left wondering, who got shot? What happens next?
It's those moments of uncertainty that keep you coming back for more.
Absolutely. When the phone rings does an amazing job with suspense. And the acting in that scene, top notch.
Oh yeah, the emotions are so raw. Sa-eon's eyes, Heeju's face. You can feel their fear, their desperation.
It's those little things that make the storytelling so effective.
So as we move toward the final episodes, what mysteries are still swirling around?
Well, we still don't know if Heeju is alive. And who fired that gun?
And that international call at the end of episode 11, what was that about?
Heeju's convinced it's Sa-eon, but is it really? Did he somehow survive?
Or is it someone else entirely? Someone with their own motives?
So many questions. And World Wonders Drama does a great job of exploring all the possibilities in their review.
Yeah, they really break it down. They point out those little details that you might miss on your own. Their channel is such a valuable resource for K-drama fans.
I agree. They help you appreciate the nuances of these shows.
So, with all that in mind, what are your predictions? Do you think Heeju is alive? Who made that call?
Well, based on what we've seen,
We've talked about the big picture, the characters, the twists, but sometimes it's those little moments that really stay with you. Really.
absolutely. Those small details that reveal so much about the characters, their motivations, they can really make a show special.
When the phone rings is full of those moments, like in the first episode when Heeju gives Sa-eon the finger at that party. Such a small thing, but it speaks volumes.
Oh, yeah, totally. Outwardly, she's the perfect wife. But inside, she's rebelling.
And World Wonders Drama made a great point about that scene. It foreshadows Heeju's whole journey. She goes from being silenced to finding her voice, fighting for what she wants.
Exactly. It's like a little glimpse of the strength she has inside, even when she feels powerless.
Another scene that got to me was Heeju's dream in episode 10. She's been kidnapped, she's unconscious, and she has this vision of a perfect life with Sa-eon. So bittersweet.
Ugh, heartbreaking, right? You see what she longs for, a real connection, a love free from all the baggage. But it's just a dream.
It makes you wonder, can they ever have that? Can they escape the past and find happiness together?
Yeah, it adds this whole other layer of uncertainty and tension. Will they get their happy ending?
Speaking of tension, that final confrontation with the real Se-eon, episode 11. Se-eon's ready to sacrifice himself, and then that gunshot. Talk about a cliffhanger.
Oh, man, the way they build to that moment, the music, the slow motion, brilliant filmmaking. And then silence. You're just left hanging, desperate to know what happened.
It's those moments of what just happened that make you addicted to a show.
Totally agree. And the acting in that scene, top notch. The emotion is palpable.
Yeah, you can see it in their eyes, the fear, the uncertainty. It's so well done.
It's those little things that make all the difference.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into When the Phone Rings, what's the one thing you hope our listeners take away from this?
For me, it's about that human need for connection. Even in the midst of all the chaos and lies, Heeju's journey shows us that we all crave authenticity. She finds her voice, breaks free from the control, and fights for the love she deserves.
Beautifully put. It's a reminder that sometimes the biggest risk is not taking any risks at all. You have to be vulnerable, be yourself, to find true connection and happiness.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
When the Phone Rings really does a fantastic job of exploring those themes. And if you're looking for more insights, definitely check out World Wonders Drama on YouTube. They have amazing reviews of this show, plus tons of other great K-dramas.
Oh yeah, they're a great resource for any K-drama fan. Highly recommend them.
And hey, let us know in the comments what other dramas you'd like us to deep dive into next. We're always looking for our next obsession.
Always up for exploring the world of K-dramas.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into When the Phone Rings. Until next time, keep watching, keep learning, and keep diving deep.